close this. You ready for that top 10, buddy?
I'm ready for the top 10, man.
You good, man? You're not talking much over there.
No, you're giving a good. I thought I was got to play some.
I thought you were going to
revolutionary music behind
I
you.
thought oh yeah, you weren't. You were thinking about Cam Baker.
No, I was thinking about Sydney Sweeney.
Oh, I thought Cam Baker had an effect on you.
No.
Miss your buddy.
Well,
I can call him back if you want me to.
I feel bad for him. I feel bad that he's he lives in a van down by the river.
All right, Grant, top 10. All right, today's top 10 is the top 10 iconic cutscenes from video games.
That's right.
Grant.
I started last time.
I'll start.
All right.
I said I'm going to start. Hold on, buddy. All right, let me go to my top 10. All right, Grant. My number 10. Kind of low for me, but I thought it was fine. It's in The Witcher 3. Finding Ciri, the quiet, emotional reunion between Geralt and Ciri. It carried a lot of weight. Like that scene, finally reuniting with Ciri was that cutscene was really awesome, and had a lot of emotion to it. And you feel that through the game as you're playing Geralt. You're trying to find Ciri and all that stuff, and when you finally do get that cutscene, it's like hell, fucking yeah, found her. All right, go ahead. That was my number 10.
So I got another one from this game, but number 10 is the opening scene from the original Resident Evil. The movie.
Yeah.
The movie. The real one, like the movie.
The real actors and stuff.
Yeah. Because that set the tone for the whole genre of what we experience today.
It set the tone for a lot of PlayStation games after that too.
Exactly, because you never saw anything like that.
Yeah.
Ever. Was the acting good? Well, you thought it was then. If you go back and watch it now, it's pretty terrible. But they made Wesker so how he's drawn in the game is how they made him look in real life. Like it looks terrible. Like his hair is very slicked back. I'm talking about But anyway, no, but just them running through the thing, and then you hear the zombies and the dogs and them running like that just was crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, my number 9 is from Halo 2.
Okay.
The Master Chief's badass one-liner, giving the Covenant back their bomb. And then it leads to just a fucking straight blockbuster style fucking sequence, dude. That's why Halo 2 is one of the best out of the series. Back when, they actually gave a shit. But yeah, that's one. I think that's one of the best cutscenes ever. Go ahead.
Okay. So it's not really it's not necessarily a cutscene, but it is in a way. But it's when Chrono meets Magus in the castle.
Oh,
their first fight. He's sitting there summoning Lavos, and Chrono and crew walk up, and the only thing you hear is Frog pulling out the Masamune. He's ready.
Yeah.
And then that music hits. That kind of set the tone for the whole game. Like that was, really at first, for most people, you could think that. At first, I thought it was like this is the end of the game, because you thought Magus was the bad, you thought he was the bad guy, that he was the main villain, So I remember when getting there, I was like, well, damn, I already got to the end of the game, and then when you beat him, and he's hard, the first time you play it because he's using all the level 2 magic or the higher magic.
Yeah.
But no, it's just that music, man. Magus's music is some of the best boss music in any game.
It is.
I love it.
He's still one of the coolest characters
he is
ever made.
Yeah.
All those characters are awesome.
Yeah.
But
Magus is cool. He's super cool.
Yeah. My next one, number 8, is this trilogy was probably one of the best trilogies ever made, but Mass Effect 2, which is the best Mass Effect ever made. They're all fucking awesome, but so in the very opening sequence, you have the Normandy. All right, so the Normandy was your spaceship in the first one, and then Shepard, of course, is your main character. But Shepard's death at the opening scene was like, hold on, that's my character. The dude's fucking dead now. So who the fuck am I playing in the game? that kind of confused me at first, like when I played the game. But anyway, he really hooks you in though. I mean, he comes back, but like the Normandy's destruction was pretty big because of everyone loved that spaceship from the first one, and then the second one, and it just kind of messed up. Of course, you get all the new stuff and all that, and Shepard comes back, so it's all good. Yeah, Parrot Artist says Mass Effect 2 is goated. That's right, it is. It is goated. One of the best games ever made. All right, go ahead.
I know you don't have this one. You probably forgot about it. What number are we on? Make sure I got the right one.
8.
8. Okay. It's the Final Fantasy VIII opening sequence.
When they're on the watercraft?
No, well, it shows the beach and it's got the Latin choir playing, and it's Squall versus Cipher,
mm-hmm.
and that's the first time you see the gun blades.
Yeah,
and they're just going at it.
Yeah, it was good.
It was tight. It was tight.
Yeah. All right, Grant. Here's the next awesome one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So God of War, right?
Yep.
You play all the games. You remember the fucking Blades of Chaos, right?
Mm-hmm.
The fucking blades on the chain. Anyway, when you're playing through God of War and the 2018 one, when they brought him back to the Norse mythology, you go through the game, playing and stuff like that. Awesome. I mean, it's a fucking straight up movie, just about great scenes, But you're like, man, something's missing, bro. Something's missing in this game. And they bring the Blades of Chaos, basically Kratos reclaiming his past. That's the magnum opus of that game, I think, because it gives you the old Kratos with the Blades of Chaos. And that whole sequence of him, like, getting them, dude, is just the hair on, well, I can't say my head because I don't have any fucking hair on my head, but the hair on my back stood up. It was very chilling. It was awesome. Go ahead.
Number 7 is Devil May Cry 3, Dante versus Virgil.
Yeah, that's
the final battle.
Yeah, I was going to put that on mine, but
Twin Brothers, God tier choreography. Dude, it was good. The music was even better.
All right, great. The next one, man, I could have put this way higher. Way higher. But what was that? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. All right. Red Dead Redemption 2. Arthur's final ride.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the climax of his entire arc, of Arthur Morgan's arc, and the music and the visuals. It was just fucking perfect. Perfect. It was perfect. I would say finale for a perfect fucking game. Go ahead.
Number 6 is the Metal Gear Solid, the Psycho Mantis fight intro.
Was that 4 or
what? Metal Gear Solid
1? The first one?
Yeah, Psycho Mantis.
Yeah, okay. I can't remember that. It's been a while since I played that.
Yeah, no, that was great.
All right. So, number 5, Ocarina of Time, Master Sword.
Yep.
Drawing the blade finally.
That's my number 5
after walking by it so many fucking times, finally drawing that motherfucker is awesome. I mean, that's just like back in the day, dude. You were like, fuck yeah. I finally got the Master Sword.
Yep.
All right. But it's probably one of the biggest defining moments in gaming history, I think. Go ahead.
That was my number 5.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
My number 4. I had to put this on there because I really loved the first game. The Last of Us opening sequence, dude.
Okay.
Have you played The Last of Us yet?
Yeah, the first
Since
one.
they got a remaster, I would suggest playing the first one. The first one is really fucking good, dude. Like the story, everything about it is fantastic. Wasn't a fan of the second one, but the first one was really good. It's pretty much like, you're just it's like small town, whatever. But like the entire sequence is just pretty much Joel's fucking world just shattering, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like losing his daughter, every fucking thing, everything just shatters, dude. And just an epic sequence. Like it's one of the best opening sequences I've ever seen in a video game.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Number, was it 4 or 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 4. Okay,
4.
4. Number 4. All right. It's Resident Evil 1, right? You walk into the dining room, you hear a gunshot, and then you go in. You had to go into the other room. Barry's always like, I'm going to stay here. He always wants to stay behind. He's got the Magnum and he wants to stay behind. And you go into the room, and you see that opening scene with the zombie. He turns around and looks at you. Remember that scene?
Yeah,
dude. That's the most iconic scene because you've never seen anything like that in any video game.
No,
that
you
was the
haven't.
scariest shit, dude. That scene,
You haven't seen almost everything about that game ever before.
That scene, dude. Because you have to think I'm like 11 or 12. You know what I mean? Like I didn't.
Fucking dog jumping through that window.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the scene. I'm talking about the movie scene of the zombie. He's eating your buddy, and he turns around and looks at you, and dude, that was fucking freaky as shit. I can still see that in my mind today.
All right. Number 3, I got a video for number 3.
Okay.
Listen, this is a very recent game. All right.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to do it because I am a super fan of this fucking IP.
Okay.
All right. So for our listeners, I'm going to play a video, then I'll explain it after. All right. Let me share. I mean, this is... I'll explain it after.
Yes, brother. Victory or death. Second Company, we hold this ground in the name of the Primer. If we die with vengeance on our lips. Vengeance. Get up, Tharius. My leg is gone, brother. Cover him. All formation. Back, you treacherous scum. Tharius. He has fallen.
That's tight.
There is, but we shall find it.
Right there, dude. Yeah, here comes the big dog. Here comes the big dog.
Lord.
Primaris has entered the arena.
Lord Calgar. Lieutenant, I received your message. Brief me.
All right. So what I just played there was Space Marines 2, the Defend the Banner sequence. It's not really a cutscene until you get to that part.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, dude. If you want to see 2 minutes, if you don't know what 40K is, just watch that 2-minute video of Defend the Banner, and that is 40K. Like that whole sequence screams 40K. What 40K is, the Space Marines together, they're chapter brothers defending their banner. Some of the Marines fallen, they're grabbing their brothers, and that sequence of the Chaos forces coming in, like that one little sequence is just like fucking perfect. And then your Primaris coming in and just fucking waxing things, showing how strong he is. But that is my number 3.
All right. My number 3, Xenogears. When Face split personality is revealed and the mechs start going wild. Remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember everything about that game, dude.
Dude, that was tight.
Everything
that
about
was super
that
tight.
game. Yeah.
That was so tight, man.
Everything about that game was tight. and they just fucking it's just there.
Yep, I
You're
know.
not touching it.
My number 2 and 1 are from the same game, which
Mine
shows you
too.
how great.
I think we have
this
the
is.
same number 2 or same both of the same.
We might.
We might.
Well, then I'll let you go. I'll let you go first.
All right. Well, my number 1 I'll have a video for, but my number 2 is Final Fantasy VII's Aerith getting killed by Sephiroth. I think that's one of the most emotional and like what the fuck moments of Final Fantasy VII because it just hits you. I'm talking about the OG, like before you. You're playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. Everyone knows what's going to fucking happen to Aerith, you know. But
I can tell you what's going to happen in the next game.
The first time it happens in the OG game was a huge moment in the game.
I can tell you what's going to happen in the next game because it's not a new game.
Yeah. All right, Grant, go ahead.
My number 2, that's my number 1, what you just said. My number 2, my number 2.
Motorcycle scene.
No,
it's
not. It's not, but that is a good one.
Yeah.
It's when Sephiroth goes crazy.
Yeah.
He starts losing it, and he goes to the Genova. And this scene was actually on the. And he goes to Genova, and he rips off the thing that's holding her, or whatever. He rips it off, or whatever, and he takes her. And that's the scene that shows him with Nibelheim burning, and that's where it shows him with the big sword. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was the scene that was on the commercial too. So that's how you know that was like. It was like an iconic scene. But yeah, no, that was my number 2. And of course, you already said my number 1. My number 1 was
Aerith's Fate.
Yeah.
So I want to show this one. This is from the remake, but I thought the remake fucking did it justice.
They did do a good job. It was tight.
They did a lot of it justice.
Like
all the major scenes, they did it very well on everything.
It was tight.
All right, so let me share this. I'm gonna play this real quick.
That's tight. That was super tight.
All right. What I played there for the listeners is a Final Fantasy VII scene of the remake of Cloud and the motorcycle on the Shinra building jumping out with a glass. He catches his fucking sword, slams on the ground, and fucking is just badass. It was badass in the OG Final Fantasy VII, and they made it even more badass in the remake.
There's so many good. I mean, I can name more cutscenes. I can name the one where Cloud remembers that he's not. It was Zack, and all his future and past and all that stuff are like. Remember, he starts freaking out, like because everything the story. Remember everything's not adding up or whatever. Like Tifa's story's different than his, and all this other stuff.
The scene in the OG one, he's going down to fight Sephiroth for the last time.
Yeah,
diving, catches a sword, and just dives in, and you Omni slash that motherfucker.
The scene where Sephiroth turns into the one-wing angel.
Yeah, I mean, that's just iconic music for the first time. Hearing the one-wing angel for the first fucking time.
Yeah, it was tight.
Was just one of the. I mean, hell, that should have been number 1 too.
Yeah, I forgot, man. There's so many. That's how you know that game's goated, man. The original, because there's just so many good. You're gonna make me have to play that game again. The original. Just because I like playing that one because I could play the whole fucking game. I don't have to play in parts.
Yeah. Yep. All right, Grant. That was a top 10.